just talk about Kick being ass. Apparently Twitch is ass too. Okay, we watched this guy last stream. These streamers are ruining Twitch. God, everything's just going to shit.
Streaming is one of the greatest pieces of media right now. Literally everyone is live streaming. But one thing about live streaming that I'm starting to realize is that there's a pattern going on here. And it's that every single year, there's always a new meta that's just sexual as I don't know what. You know, in 2021, we had the hot tub meta, which basically streamers would sit in hot tubs for hours in the just chatting section of Twitch with bikinis on, farming all the simps with all these donation goals and sub goals. Some of those goals being your name on their body.
Hey. I seen Amaranth in the Caleb Hammer video that we didn't end up finishing. Caleb asked her, like, yo, do you feel bad? You know what I'm saying? Like, essentially preying on these desperate men. And she did bring up an interesting point. I don't know if it's a good point yet. I may need to, you know what I'm saying, think about it a little bit more. But she said, yo, these degenerate men were going to be degenerate regardless. Right? They were going to exist regardless. I did not make them degenerates. They were already consuming porn, IG baddies, all of this. I might as well capitalize off of it. Fuck it. I'm not gonna be the difference maker. I might as well make my millions. I don't know.
Some jumping jacks, your name on their floaty, or your name on their forehead. And it even got to a point where streamers were having
this the same argument drug dealers do. Hey, good point.
Fart goals. Like, it was pretty disgusting if I'm being real with you. And also with the hot tub meta, there was like the ASMR meta, which was kind of integrated with it. And with that, streamers would basically have like this little ASMR device where they would like lick it and stuff like that, and you could hear the licks.
I hated those mics, bro. Oh my god, I hated this era. Oh my god, it's only in my right ear, chat. Oh my god, it's only in my right ear, bro.
And they'd just be chilling in their hot tub with their butts tooted to the camera, sucking and licking on this device all day. Like, that was pretty much it. And it even got to a point where instead of just doing ASMR, people started wearing masks with it. Like, there was a clip of Amaranth with pigeon mask and horse mask. Like, it was a pretty crazy time, if I'm being real with you.
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
And this meta never really left Twitch because Twitch eventually added this section called pools, hot tubs, and beaches, which is basically a way of Twitch monetizing this without it getting in the way of other creators. But if you take a look at this section, like, nobody is at a pool, in a hot tub, or at a beach. I'm actually going to look at the section right now.
Yeah, she the shotty with the dildos, dog. Oh, what the...
Like, literally, if you look at all these streams, there's probably like 15 streams on screen. Maybe like 3 out of these 15 streams have a pool in the background. All the other ones are just girls with their butts pointed at the camera, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, that was one meta on Twitch. Then in 2022, like, this wasn't really a meta, but you had a girl having intercourse on stream and she only got banned for a week, which is kind of crazy considering that there's people out there who have gotten longer bans for some of the smallest things. And then in late 2023, another meta spawned out of nowhere, which was the nude meta, which is pretty self-explanatory. And then there was also a point where streamers were streaming.
That might have been the craziest era on Twitch I've ever personally witnessed, bro. You would literally just have to go to one category chat and you would just see women like just painting their titties. You can just straight up see it on twitch.tv, titties being painted, bro. That was, bro.
Literally naked with censored bars on like their private parts. And later Twitch put out a statement because a lot of people were talking about it, and they said that they're basically going to allow this. They said that they're allowing implied nudity, so you could do things like this. And then the next day was horrific on Twitch because it literally looked like the Hub 2.0, and a lot of people were outraged. So Twitch ended up backtracking, and that was the end of it until recently, because there's now a new meta taking over on Twitch, and that is the green screen meta. Here's a quick look.
I'm just up in this biz. There are people fighting outside. I don't give a fuck. Bro, I need to potion up.
Oh, I just realized what the fuck I was seeing. Yo, I was like, wait, what the fuck? What's wrong with this? Yo, shout out to Bryce Mason for the gifting. Oh my God. You know what's crazy? There comes a point where I become impressed. Like, oh my God, how did you even think about this?
Sheesh. Ka-chow.
Yes, you saw that right. Women on Twitch are now playing video games off of their butts. I'm not gonna lie, I want to hate so bad on this, but at the same time, I gotta give this woman her props.
That's what I'm saying, bruh.
Because with streaming, it is pretty hard to innovate because there's not much you can change with the Twitch stream. But this woman has found a whole new way to stream, and this is pretty creative. Like I said, I can't even hate. It's so good to the point where I'm like, okay, man, like, I just gotta give this woman her flowers. Now, don't get me wrong, she's just banking off of the Sims here with this one. I mean, she got a jumping jack counter in the top right. And also wonder what she means by creamy treat. I don't know what that means, but that's kind of weird. But like I said, this is creative. And I feel like a lot of people could agree that this is pretty creative. Like, usually these metas are overly sexual and some of them aren't even funny. It's just like, yo, we understand what you're trying to do right here. But this one is genuinely funny. Like, I can't even lie. There's actually a clip I saw on Twitter of a VTuber doing this same meta.
It's just so hard to moderate a platform where everything is live. You know what I'm saying? Because with YouTube, when you upload a video chat, you have to go through ad suitability process. It has to go through a checking process before you are green to go, and that shit is monetized for real. When you have a platform where every single piece of content is fucking live, bro, I don't think y'all realize how hard it is to moderate that to the scale of a Twitch where there's hundreds of thousands of people live at the same time. You just can't. And maybe AI will help in that process. But unless you got like essentially like service workers or call center workers type of infrastructure to just literally sit there and manually watch streams. It's so hard to keep track of all of this, specifically while it's live. If you want to penalize these streamers after the fact, I think that's a whole different thing. But nah, it's impossible, bro.
And that VTuber was basically playing Overwatch off of her chest, which is pretty crazy. Another meta that's pretty big on Twitch right now is also something that I'd like to call the 2-cam meta. Now, if you don't know what the 2-cam meta is, well, basically, it's the same thing as the green screen meta, just with no green screen. Basically, girls are streaming with 2 cams, one focused on the chest and the other focused on their butt. And
yeah. What is going on, bruh?
I'm not gonna lie, this one is actually like, this one is kind of crazy. There's no reason why this should be allowed on Twitch. Like, let's be real here. This woman is literally almost naked with her whole butt pointed at the camera and her yitties out just flopping around. Like, bro, look, the other one was funny, but this whole meta, like this one, I'm not gonna lie, this one is just overly sexual. But what's funny is that occasionally in these streams with like the 2 cams, there will be gameplay here and there. And there's actually this one stream I saw of this one girl playing Helldivers 2, which is like a new multiplayer game, you know, pretty fun game. And she had the 2 cams on, but the gameplay was so small in the top right. Nobody is seeing that real ass gameplay in the top right, my guy. Like, this girl is over here twerking her butt and shaking her yitties with the gameplay in the top right, trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm just playing a game here. When in reality, nobody can see that game. Nobody is there for the game at all. We know what you're trying to do. Like, that one kind of pisses me off. Like, this...
Bro, I'm telling y'all right now, again, there will be a documentary 20, 30 years from now for the 2010s and the 2020s and how we allowed shit like this to just be readily available on public platforms, bro. Like, there was so much made about how Dan Schneider was insinuating foot fetishes in kids' TV and mainstream TV. You know what I'm saying? Throwing subliminals. There's a difference between that and the shit that we're seeing in this video. We are straight up seeing ass and titties in public platforms where minors can be on these public platforms, bro. This shit is about to be crazy. The studies that will be done from the 2010s and 2020s and how social media really fucked us mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically is going to be crazy. I'm telling you right now. The internet, as y'all know right now, is still the Wild West, as crazy as that sounds.
At this point, you might as well just take the gameplay away, because I can't even see what's going on up there. Can you see? Exactly, no. I gotta squint to see that gameplay, bro. I gotta be like...
Also, I think the entertainment industry was already problematic as it is. To allow anyone to become a part of the entertainment industry, to allow millions of people to become a part of the entertainment industry by themselves, I think that's something we're gonna look back and say, yo, that's actually fucking crazy.
Another meta that's also pretty big with streaming right now, which this isn't really on Twitch, because I feel like Twitch would be quicker to ban with this meta, but this is more of a Kick thing, so it's not really, like, it's not much of a surprise if I'm being real. But I guess I should just show you guys. I can't really, like, explain it, you know?
Take off your pants. One in the chat once your pants are off. We're about
This is just a JOI.
to begin stopping cock, but not just yet. Now, as you are
This is
rubbing
crazy.
outside of your pants, you are now going to rub outside of your boxers.
I'm glad
This ain't even good JOI. Come on, bruh. Come on, if you gonna do it right. Type shit. Like, come on, bro. What are we
there's
doing?
at least one person with an ounce of, like, sense in the chat. Actually, I'm not even gonna say an ounce of sense because they're actually watching this stream, but this person is thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. What the absolute fuck is stop and cock? You gotta be on an astronomical level of down bad to be watching something like this. I am sorry.
One in the chat once you're rubbing from outside of your boxers, like a good boy. Perfect. Keep doing that until we begin the signal lights. One if you're my good boy. Do not be upset with me that I can do the bare minimum and get away with it. Don't be upset with me that all I have to do is hold up a sign and I can make you come on command.
Yo! What the fuck? Yo, what is this chat? Permission to smell mommy's panties? Yo! This motherfucker's name is Pet Roach. Freak ass. Freak ass, bro.
Permission to smell mommy's panties.
Yo.
Now, like I said, this was on Kick, so I mean, it's pretty expected. Like, Kick is just full of degens. Obviously, like, something like this is bound to happen on Kick. Like, let's be real, we're not surprised. All that being said, I just think it's kind of crazy how Twitch is a
Person said, what the fuck did I just join into? Zybes. That's what you just joined into, bro.
allowing this stuff to happen. Like, don't get me wrong, some of these are funny. Like, the green screen Fortnite, like, come on, bruh. Like, I can't even lie, like, that is creative on a whole nother level. Like, I really can't hate with that one. But at the same time, some of these are just overly sexual, and it's obvious what these girls are trying to do. They're literally just trying to funnel people to their OnlyFans and finesse these simps. And I just find it interesting how every year there's always a new meta on Twitch that's crazy sexual. A bunch of people talk about it. It dies down later on. Twitch never really bans it. Then it always comes back, and the cycle repeats each and every year. And I honestly feel like this is one of those situations where you can't really hate the player. You just gotta hate the game, if I'm being real. Because Twitch is the main one to blame here. Like, if Twitch really wanted to ban each and every one of these girls each and every time they popped up, they could, but they choose not to. Because for one reason, and that one reason is money. Because believe it or not, these girls bring in a lot of money to the platform.
Hey, to be fair, man, every time they get $5, Twitch does get $2.50. And with the problems Twitch has about being profitable, cold world, man, cold world.
Because when you think about it, these ethos generate more revenue than the regular Twitch streamer sitting there playing a game or reacting to videos. Because they can generate hundreds of subs within minutes because of these crazy incentives like fart goals and squats on stream, while other regular streamers can only generate a fraction of that within hours. Now, this isn't me defending these girls, but I do think that Twitch is the main problem here. Because Twitch is only allowing these girls to pass by because they're making enough money for the platform. Because if they were making no money at all, Twitch would have banned them instantly. But since they do bring in money and Twitch kind of needs money, they're gonna allow it. Like, Twitch is open about their financial struggles. The CEO Dan Clancy talks about it all the time, that Twitch isn't a profitable platform.
But I think that can only go so far, and that's such a short-sighted. It makes, because sometimes you do have to be short-sighted. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. But if you don't have a PC brand, you get lower ad rates. That's just the way it works. Maybe they know something that I don't. If you don't have a PC brand, you get lower ad rates. If you don't have a PC brand, you have less brands that want to advertise on your platform. That's just the way that it is. So even in that realm, if they keep the shit up, it's not gonna hold well for them. So,
You know, I'll be blunt. We aren't profitable at this point. Amazon has been extremely supportive of Twitch, and a big thing for being sustainable over time is ensuring that we don't lose money. And that's a big part of my job, because that's going to be what makes sure we can be here for long term.
They literally just laid off 500 employees, so it's pretty evident that Twitch is struggling and could use a couple of extra dollars. So when stuff like this happens for Twitch, it's great for them because it makes them a lot of money, and if they can find a way to monetize it, they're gonna try to, like they did with the hot tub meta. But at the same time, there is a huge downside to this, and that downside is that it makes the website as a whole look bad, because when somebody thinks about Twitch, they're not gonna think of the many great streamers on the platform. They're gonna think of the clip that they saw of the girl playing Fortnite off of her butt, or the clip that they saw of the girl with 2 cams pointing at her yitties and her butt. And also another downside is that these girls make other female streamers look bad, because there's probably many female streamers out there who create genuinely great content, but they don't get the credit they deserve because of women like this. And if
that's who I feel bad for. For the platform as a whole, though, I don't think these streamers really define the platform, though. Like, when you think of Twitch, and maybe this is just me in my circle, you immediately think of AMP and Kai. You immediately think of Jinxie. You immediately think of a Queso, of a Sketch. You know what I'm saying? So there's always going to be bad apples. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be streamers that, and content creators that make platforms worse than what it needs to be. It's the same case on YouTube. It's the same case on TikTok. It's the same case on Instagram. I think it does become a problem when your top level streamers, you know what I'm saying, the mega stars is doing the problematic shit. And I think that's a problem with Kick. That's a problem with a Rumble. But with Twitch, I think from that perspective, I think they're fine. A
female streamer does reach those heights of success, their success is always going to be downplayed because people either think that they're a titty streamer or they're just milking lonely men online. Like, they're not going to think that they create real content, you know? Like, yeah, these e-thoughts do bring in a lot of
this. He keeps showing the shit, bro. How much effort she is putting into shake that ass is just funny as fuck to me, bro.
money, but at the same time, it's at the cost of the other streamers on the platform, which I think is kind of bad if I'm being real. Okay, so the video you guys just watched was recorded about a week ago. Shout out Bobby Shmurda, you feel me? And today, right now, as I'm recording, it is March 28th, 2024, and Twitch actually put out a statement yesterday, March 27th, basically saying how starting on Friday, March 29th, content that focuses on intimate body parts for a prolonged period of time will not be allowed, meaning that the stuff I talked about in this video is basically done for coming March 29th. And you know, I'm not
there's a difference between that shit being a TOS and how they actually enforce it. Yeah, bro, just because it's a rule in the rule book doesn't actually mean it's being enforced.
not gonna lie, this is a huge W, but at the same time, I am kind of concerned. Like, I seen a comment on this tweet that says they can switch body parts every 30 seconds, and
Whitney the Goth says, I don't see the problem. Like it, don't like it, don't watch. I think I can't fully blame one party ever. I feel like I sound like a broken record when I say that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there is accountability held on the viewer as well. At the end of the day, you know, you go on Twitch, right? When you go on Twitch, you decide what the fuck you click on and what the fuck you stay to watch. You know what I'm saying? But there's both sides of the coin.
And then there was another comment that says, these streamers are 2 steps ahead of you and working on a new meta that will force you guys to move the goalpost yet again. These band-aid fixes won't do anything. See you in 3 months. I feel like this is a step in the right direction, but at the same time, I do feel like people are still going to find a way to break the rules. And I'm kind of concerned, you know, but time will tell. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everyone could be wrong in this comment section. But yeah, I just felt like I had to add that to the video because I feel like it would be kind of stupid of me to drop this video without addressing this. So yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm actually super interested to see how this will go. All that being said, this is gonna wrap up the video. If you guys made this far, I appreciate you. If you guys enjoyed this video, then I highly recommend you guys check out my most recent video. It'll be right up here on the screen. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. It's Cameron, and I'm out.
Yo, shout out to Camera, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna link this up, man. He make some good videos. He makes some good videos, for real, for real. Bro got a cream. Not too much on the big foreheads, man. Not too much on the big foreheads. Brandy Love got a big forehead. Okay? Is that crazy? Nah, I'm contributing to the problem. Is Brandy Love a deep cut? Nah, Brandy Love gotta be a deep cut, right? Yeah. Hey.